Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा की जय जय मोहन की जय जय मुरली मनोहर श्याम की जय जय, राधा की जय जय मोहन की जय जय मुरली मनोहर श्याम की जय जय, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे. श्याम की जय जय मुरारी की जय जय बंसीधर गिरधारी की जय जय, श्याम की जय जय मुरारी की जय जय बंसीधर गिरधारी की जय जय, यमुना तट पर बंसी बजाए गोपियों संग रास रचाए, यमुना तट पर बंसी बजाए गोपियों संग रास रचाए, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे. Shri Krishna Go.
Jai Shri Mataji, respected brothers and sisters from the global Sahaj family. Salam sejahtera dari Malaysia. Warm greetings from Malaysia. Let us now very humbly bow and welcome Shri Mataji into our heart with utmost love and respect for our Divine Mother, the Supreme Goddess, for the divinity within us, for our fellow Sahaj family, for ourselves and mankind in general. Now, with our hands folded and with complete reverence, we will pray to our Holy Mother, Param Puja Shri Mataji. We, your children from across the world, humbly seek your permission, blessings, guidance, and protection. Have this online meditation. Shri Mataji, it is only by your divine grace and blessings and the love of God that we are able to gather every week to worship your holy lotus feet collectively. Verily, you are the doer and the enjoyer, Shri Mataji, and for this, we sincerely thank you from the core of our hearts. Shri Mataji, our only desire is to please you, to be completely surrendered at your holy lotus feet, to attain our spirit, and to be a humble instrument, to spread Sahaja Yoga to every nook and corner of this world. Our humble salutations to you, Shri Mataji, from all your children, again and again, offered at your holy lotus feet. Today, dear brothers and sisters, we are really honored and blessed to have our dear Brother Mark Taylor from New Jersey, USA. First of all, he will share his experience and then he will follow up with his meditation. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Brother Mark for accepting our invitation despite a very short notice. And yeah, brother, we've known you, conducting the 21-day program in America, and along with your wife, Sister Linda Taylor. You've been a very dynamic couple and lots of experience in Sage Yoga since you got your self-realization in December 1981. Maybe you can share a little bit of your experience so that all our brothers and sisters across the globe will enjoy your stories and your experience, your vast experience. And thereafter you can lead the meditation. Over to you, brother. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Yeah, very spontaneous. I found out about a day ago that I'll be leading a meditation for this international community. So it's a very great honor. And may Shri Mataji guide me in every moment. I was in Vancouver, Canada, and I was living with some other people, and they said, sit in this chair and try this. So I sat in the chair and I tried it. And they said, do you feel anything? And I said, no, I don't. Then they said, we're going to India. And I wanted to go with them because I liked them very much. So went to India with just a few weeks of sitting with a photograph of Shri Mataji, not understanding anything about Sahaja Yoga at all. And we arrived in Bombay, now called Mumbai, and the program had just ended and the auditorium was clearing out. Shri Mataji was still sitting on a chair on a stage. And so one by one, we went up onto the stage and introduced ourselves to Shri Mataji as we had been requested to do, because we were billed as the 4 new yogis of Canada. Shri Mataji had just had a program in Canada in October 1981, and we were the first. So I introduced myself, and then I saw what other people were doing, which was offering pranam at her feet. And they were stretching out their hands on the floor in front of her with their palms up. So I did the same. Another new yogi who was from Toronto, Canada, was at Shri Mataji's right foot, and I was at her left foot. So I bowed down, rested my 2 hands on the floor with the palms up. My 2 hands were sort of together. Shri Mataji lifted up her left foot, and she placed it over the palms of my 2 hands. And then there was a young boy who was helping Shri Mataji in a fashion where he was moving his hands to move the Kundalini upwards, I guess as necessary. And Shri Mataji spoke to me. She said, for some people, it takes a long time. Then I got up and I sat on the side of the stage to Shri Mataji's right, and a few more people came to see her. And I sat next to a young fellow from England called Bernard. And he was, again, one of these amazingly sweet and welcoming people that I was meeting in Sahaja Yoga on this first India tour of mine, January 1982. And then all these years, I have marveled at those words of Shri Mataji, that for some people it takes a long time. And in some respects, yes, it has taken a long time, and it is taking a long time. The job of my Kundalini to replace every cell of my being with a vibrated cell seems to be a very slow process. Then we accompanied Shri Mataji on India tour, and she was always busy, always meeting with people, always attending programs, and we were bumping around Maharashtra on these wonderful buses. and sometimes trying to sleep on the buses. And then there was a time, a month or so, I don't know the exact date, where we were sitting with Shri Mataji somewhere. There was about 88 of us on the tour from Western countries, and she invited us to meditate with her. So we sat, we closed our eyes, and then it happened. Then my attention went to a certain part of the top of my head, and I could detect where in my head my attention was. And Shri Mataji said out loud, the attention is, and she described that point on my head. Then I noticed my attention moved to another place on the top of my head. Shri Mataji said, and now the attention is at this point. And the experience I had of feeling that her attention, the divine attention, and my attention were the same was nothing like I'd ever felt before, and very rarely have felt that same intensity of connection to Shri Mataji's attention since. And I remember I only had one thought: don't stop. Every molecule in my being was dancing with joy. And in my complete state of incomprehensiveness, of no idea what was going on, I just knew that whatever this was, it's the best feeling I've ever had in my life. And that basically was the glue that kept me glued to Shri Mataji's sari through all these years, through all the ups and downs that happen in our lives and often happen in what we call Sahaja Yoga. So another story I'll relate happens many years later, and I have gone to India in December 1990, and I've put in my marriage application. So we're all milling about outside Pradeshan in Maharashtra, and announcements are being made, and you hear the names, and I'm listening. And then finally they stop announcing all the names of the matches, and my name was not spoken. Coming through the crowd towards me was someone, and they said, come with me. Shri Mataji wants to talk to you. So I went inside Shri Mataji's house, and she was sitting in an enormous room, if I can recall correctly. It was like the size of a gymnasium, it seems. And she was sitting on a chair. And there was a low table, like a coffee table. And then there was me sitting on the floor in front of her. And she was holding up my marriage application in her hands. And I'd answered all the questions truthfully, meaning I had to put down all of the mistakes I had made up to the point where I received my realization and my whole history. And I guess it was pretty awful because Shri Mataji said, it's shattering. So then she played a wonderful Maya where she had the person rooting for me on one side of her and the person saying I'm not good for marriage on the other side of her. So the one was saying, oh, you know, you matched him before, it didn't work out. This is not a good idea to match him again. The other person knew the other match history and was not going to say that I was not suitable. And of course, Shri Mataji had already spoken to me in Vancouver and told me that that first match didn't work out and it was not my fault at all and not to worry about it. Shri Mataji asked me a question. She said, can you give love? I responded with all my truth I could muster, I don't know, Shri Mataji. then she asked me, can you feel my love? So I kind of stretched my arms out, put my palms out, and I could feel cool flowing into my hands. And I said, yes, Shri Mataji. So in her infinite divine grace, I scored 50% on Shri Mataji's marriage questionnaire. And she said, I have somebody in mind for you. Her name is Linda. She's from the United States. And I had met Linda. I knew who she was. She lived in San Diego, California, a few thousand miles south of me in Vancouver. So she said, Linda, and I said, Linda. And Shri Mataji said, oh, you know her? And it was all part of the joke because Shri Mataji knows everything, including that I knew who she was. So that was my marriage interview. And a few days later, I met Linda, and it took about an hour of talking with her, and I could feel inside a certainty, a knowing that this is my wife. So I'll tell one more very quick story of just how Shri Mataji's compassion works in such subtle and low-key but profound ways, where it sometimes happens I was going through what I would say a bad patch, and I was not really having a good time being in Sahaja Yoga. This was many, many years later when we had moved to San Diego and then New York and then I think New Jersey. And Shri Mataji invited people to come to the birthday party of her great grandson. So Linda and I flew out to Los Angeles. We were in the house. I was holding a flower, and we were taking our turn to come towards Shri Mataji with the flower and offer it to her. So finally, I was before Shri Mataji, and I gave her the flower, and she asked me this amazing question. She said, how are you, Mark? And in that moment, my Vishuddhi just cleared, and instead of crying or saying, things have been so awful, Shri Mataji, I just said, very happy to see you, Shri Mataji. And to me, these very, very small, brief encounters with her are profound, and they sustain me. And I just have to remember what it's like to be in that connection with her. And as I've slowly, slowly grown in Sahaja Yoga, I find that I can reconnect with Shri Mataji, especially working with newer people, because their attention is so pure and so unconditioned. They don't know anything about Sahaja Yoga. They just know they want the peace and the silence. And there it is at her feet with that new person. And I feel her attention, and they feel her attention. So let's together enjoy a meditation, and then we'll watch an excerpt of a Guru Puja talk. So if you're not already in a very pleasant and peaceful mood, we can just settle into the current moment. Here we are together, hands out. Shri Mataji's attention is there always. So our goal today is to feel that attention, to make our attention join with hers. So put our two hands towards the Mother Earth. In every moment that we can connect with concrete reality, that is the essence of our connection to Shri Mataji, completely beyond every concept. We pray that Sri Ganesha, who stands there before his mother as our oldest brother, grants us permission to approach her, to bow before her, and to ask her, may we feel our attention become with your attention, Shri Mataji. With our attention on our Kundalini, let's now raise up our Kundalini together and give ourselves Bandhan. We live in a time in history in which we have harnessed the power of the ether, which either can transmit vibrations and the feeling of the pure connection with each other, and also it's being used to transmit a lot of negativity. And this expresses itself in the form of non-stop distractions. Let's take our right hand and place it in the center of our chest, center heart chakra. Let's bring our attention in to the center point where Shri Mataji is. Shri Mataji, let me feel your feet in my heart. And with every breath, let's see if our attention, acting together, acting collectively, comes to that point of stillness. With our hand on our center heart, Shri Mataji, with you in my heart, there is nothing I have to fear. There is nothing I have to worry about. If you are the creator and the sustainer and the destroyer, And all I have to do is remember, I do nothing. It is all being done, and it all will be done by you. What will happen tomorrow is entirely your play, Shri Mataji. I want my attention to be completely on you, and watch the play and enjoy the play. Now put attention on Vishuddhi Chakra. If you want, we can rest a hand at Vishuddhi Chakra, put a few fingers in the hollow at the base of the throat. And we are Sahaja Yogis. We know how to open and clear and keep pure our Vishuddhi Chakra. Let us never hesitate to reach out and connect with each other and feel the power of that collectivity. Shri Mataji's attention is so much stronger on each of us when we sit together at her feet. Shri Mataji, may the divine sweetness that is your essence completely cleanse my Vishuddhi. Please make all my words and all my deeds reflect pure divinity. And if there's still a thought or two distracting us, we just watch the thought. Every breath, we invite the divine vibrations to fill our Vishuddhi chakra, to clear the left and the right and the center. Put our right hand across our forehead. We pray that all the conceptualizing, all the thinking all the analysis, all the moments when we apply our human level of awareness to Sahaja Yoga, when we interpret and ponder and think. May all this mental activity be washed away. May our Agya chakra be flooded with complete silence. Shri Mataji, when we have a thought, may it just be a thought of, how can I please my brother? How can I please my sister? How can I express my love? How can I express my devotion to you, Shri Mataji? I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. Rest our hands on our lap and see if we're in a state of complete effortlessness. We allow our Kundalini to take our attention to Sahasrara. And then if we can do it, let's see if our attention is at Sahasrara. And now can we move our attention upwards? So we are at a point above the top of our head. And let's locate that place where our attention and Sri Mataji's attention become one. Each of us is playing a tremendously important role in this work of Sri Mataji. Each of us is absorbing, purifying, and clearing out tremendous amounts of imbalances in this world. Take our right hand, place it over the top of our head, stretch the arm up, take the attention higher and higher. Let every particle of imbalance May it dissolve into this silence, this connection with the divine. Rest our right hand on our lap. Now place the left hand above the top of the head. Raise it up. Find that place where we simply let go of everything. We just release it. All the thoughts, all the reactions, all the judgments, all the worries, all the troubling memories. Here's where we simply offer them to Shri Mataji and let her pure attention dissolve them entirely. We don't hold anything back. Rest our two hands on our lap. Shri Mataji is sitting here with us. Her attention is here. Her love is here. One more thing we can do together is to place our right hand in the center of our stomach. And you can try this as an experiment. The Swadhisthana chakra rotates around Nabi. So with the palm on the navel, the thumb is above and the little finger is below. And the attention is on that movement of Swadhisthana chakra. Life can be extremely frustrating and exhausting. So let us invite our Mother Kundalini to please completely replenish Swadhisthana chakra. Or it feels better to you to place the hand slightly below the navel, whatever feels like that's the place where I can put my attention on Swadhisthana. I want to let go of all my efforts, all my struggles. I am not the doer. Every thought, just place it above Sahasrara. Let it dissolve in this pure sunshine of Shri Mataji's attention. Rest both hands on our lap. We'll sit for another minute together. We'll now watch and listen to an excerpt of a talk from Shooty Camps, the 12th of July, 1987. And the entire talk, of course, is available. And this is an excerpt of the talk. It's about 30-minute excerpt. So let us keep our full attention open.
Sankhya is where all your life you have to gather things with detachment and then to distribute them completely. And take to a guru in a way completely surrendered and then get realization. Sankhya is the right-sided, Sankhya was the left-sided behavior. And the yoga was the right-sided. Where the Gayatri mantra was used was the Sankhya. Because they were left-sided, they used to use Gayatri mantra. They went so much to the left side, that is to gather things, to gather possessions, to gather properties, to gather all kinds of friends and relations and societies, that they were afraid that they may be completely lost into all those things. They would go to Gayatri, the mantra of Gayatri, which teaches you the essences of all our chakras, the centers. I've told about this before also. Bhu, Uru, Swaha. Bhu stands for the essence of the bija of the Muladhara. Bhu for the universe that is created, that is Swadhisthana's bija. Swaha is the bija of the Nabhi. Mana is the essence of the heart chakra. Then Jana is the people, collectivity, is the essence or the bija of the Vishuddhi chakra. Then Tapa is the one where you go into tapasya, into renunciation, into hardships. Is the essence of the Agya chakra. And then the Satya is the truth, is the essence of the Sahasrara. Not the truth that we think as truth, but the truth that is expressed in our central nervous system. So this is discovered at the 7th stage of the Sahasrara. So the people who did Sankhya were sort of not so much respected as spiritual people, because they thought these are all involved into worldly things and worldly possessions and worldly happenings. So they were regarded as something secondary. Or those who were yogis of the gurus were regarded higher. because they had already given up everything and they have gone to a guru, giving up all the things that they have. But here, his gurus had a problem within themselves, because they found that those who came to them gave up everything, no doubt, but still there was lurking attachments. In their own ashramas, they found these people had their own attachments to things. Though outwardly they had given up, but inside they had not given up. So they were still sticking on to these ideas that, oh, it's all right, but still we can have little things like that, doesn't matter. Like that, there was little compromises going on. Like as we have here nunneries and all that. So both in a way were artificial. The one side is the Sankhyas were trying to ascend with all the luggage they were carrying. And another were trying to descend with all the ambitions of ascent. So it was a very funny thing in every aspect in both these styles of yoga. As you can see that now if you go to America, you will find, oh God, what is this America? It's not democracy, it's demonocracy. But if you go from that in the realm of another country like Russia, you'll find, what is this? You are working here under complete pressures and fears. But as soon as a Russian comes out of that country, he can become worse than an American. So what is this? One theory works here, another theory works there. So which is the theory that is all right? Same you find about religion. Say a religion which believes in many gods like the Hindus, they are also believing now into the bhoots. And they are also following the path of possessions. If you go to a temple, every temple has got a nice arrangement for you to get possessed. Or even a church or a mosque, where God has to decide, you find suddenly you get attacked and you come out absolutely puzzled about yourself, ending up into lunatic asylums. So what sort of worshipping places are these, where you go to find God and you get the horrible satanic forces acting on you? That's why in the modern times people have become so very confused. We do not find truth in anything, in any ideologies, any philosophies, anything that started, say, Confucius started humanism, Socrates started another thing, Muhammad Sahib started another thing. Like Muhammad Sahib said, let us not worship God as an idol. Let us worship Him in the Nirakara, in the formless God. But you see the formless, how they are killing each other now? I mean, after seeing the Muslim countries, you can't believe there could be any formless or formful God existing anywhere. All must have run away. The way they are fighting. Then you see the Christian countries. Wherever they have gone, they have tried to dominate other people who were not Christians, just as if they had a right to do it because they were Christians. the disciples of Christ who said, "Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." And I have to say the same for all the Christians. Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. And when you are shocked at all these things, one must sit down and think, what is to be done? What's the problem is? So it is neither Sankhya nor Yoga. Then what is it you have to achieve? That is Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is a system in which first you are not given a theory, but the light in your hand to see for yourself. In which both things look the same. For example, now you have got this beautiful house made for your mother. While your mother doesn't know how to get attached to even a pin. It's a funny situation. Everybody has to remind me, "Mother, it is your house." Oh, I see. And I am to be reminded, I must thank you all, especially the English, especially the leaders of English, Yogis, for making full effort to get this house. But then I think, why should I thank? It's not mine, it's theirs. And that's what it is. So a new type of confusion starts. And that's what I felt, that this confusion is very sweet and beautiful. It's a fact that nothing belongs to us, but everything belongs to us. When I think about how beautifully you have done this place, it belongs to me, all right. This house belongs to me. England belongs to me. And above all, the whole world belongs to me. That's how we see Sankhya and Yoga become one in Sahaja Yoga. And he said that when you see Sankhya and Yoga as one, then only Sa Pashyati. That's the one who sees. That's the one is the witness. So for normal people it could be that how is it your mother is supposed to be a guru and she wears all ornaments. But what to do? She is also a mother and she is also a goddess. Another confusion. How to make these two things meet? You see, a guru has to be a very angry person, wearing only single dress, either upwards or downwards, I don't know how that is. With a big thick rod in the hand, never smiling, laughing no question, smiling. And the gurus have to be very long-faced, developing big beards, and no ladies allowed. In such a situation, where the women are not to be seen at all, I mean, I shouldn't even see my face, it's like that. There is a big discussion in all the scriptures, and not scriptures, I would say, the critics, whether a woman should be allowed to do the spiritual practices or not. Imagine. Not only among Christians, you will be surprised, even in Indian scriptures, whether is woman should be allowed or not to do spiritual practices. Now, when your mother is a woman and she is your guru, what will you do? This is another confusion, because it is wrong. The whole thing is falsehood, based on no basis at all. You may try anything to say that women are not meant for spiritual life. Try any argument, it fails. The other day I met one big John in a university, big fellow. I might say a really hard nut. And he started saying, we Christians cannot accept a woman to be God. I said, why? Because so, to put all these upside down stories right, your mother had to come on this earth as a guru. I got to this point out of one little confusion I had about myself. The other day, somebody was after my life that I should buy a bracelet. I said, I have no money anymore, I don't want to buy. All right, we'll give it in puja. I said, no, but there's only Guru Puja. I said, all right, we'll give in Guru Puja. I said, on a Guru Puja to buy a bracelet was something funny I've done. After all, in a Guru Puja, don't give a bracelet to your Guru, do you? You can give, say, a big rod. Or you might give him a sandalwood khadawas, they call the chappals. Or you may give him a shawl. But here it is, I have asked, all right, give it in Guru Puja. What was the reason? And I became aware of my own confusion. And I thought of it. I said, this is what it is. That it has to happen this way. That on a Guru Puja, you have to give a bracelet to your Guru. Let us change it over. The whole thing has to be brought up this way that everything faces reality. All these false ideas have to be given up. Like if you have a carpet upside down, the whole design is upside down. But if you put the carpet right, everything falls in right. And that's why you needed a mother to give you realization and a guru as a mother to teach you that for ascent of God, nobody can be prohibited. That is how the Sahaja Yoga today is working out in all directions, if you find. To put all upside down things into right direction, to expose it to reality, to bring all real values to abolish all rotten value systems, all political, economic systems, all spiritual theologies, all psychological and all such nonsensical ideas into its proper direction. How in one incarnation it has worked out. You can imagine how in one incarnation all these ideas have been put right. Another idea exists among Hindus that if you are a religious people, you should be a vegetarian. All the Brahmins believe this, and even the non-Brahmins. But we had a Brahmin working in one of the places where I was living, and they said that for mother we have to give meat. She doesn't eat anything else, she has to eat pure proteins. He said, yes, of course, for mother she must have. Whether it's a Brahmin or a non-Brahmin, all understand that mother has to eat proteins. Because she has to drink the blood of all these Rakshasas. How can she be vegetarian? And if she has to kill so many devils, how can she be non-violent? So the contrast that you see in the description of the mother, that she is the one who is the most furious personality, when it comes to the killing of the people who are of the negative land, who are trying to destroy her creation, her own children, and she is the sweetest and the mildest person for her own children. These two contrasts should be seen. Even in animals you'll find the same contrast. But very evident in an incarnation like this. And today, through Sahaja Yoga, we have been able to prove that Sankhya and Yoga are the same. Whether you collect things, whether you have possessions, or whether you give away, makes no difference to a person who is detached from it. If you collect them for others, even better. But if you collect for yourself and then give away, that's even much better. Because first you collect for yourself, then you think, oh, it's good for me, I will use this one for myself, it will be a good idea. So the self is there. But then that you give away, that means your detachment is complete. Or the third personality could be like me, which just goes on collecting and just goes on giving. Without thinking, it collects, and without thinking, it gives. Because thinking is not my job. That is one thing I have given up, is to think. I don't want to think. That's your work, not me. And without thinking, how many things we have achieved through Sahaja Yoga. Yoga and Sankhya both are products of thinking, not products of spontaneity. This house itself is a product of spontaneity. I mean, as we call the English as sabloks, you see. So I've took some sabloks with me round to see some houses. And they wanted to houses with some character. Means something must fall out, something must be crooked, it should not be straightforward. I said, now please, I can't bear all this crooked. So, no, but it has character. I said, now this kind of a crooked nose I don't want. Straightforward it should be. So they were rather disappointed at me. And the Sablok has some other ideas also. Let's say, for example, if you go to, say, to a place called Vinmaya, it's a posh place. If you go to the north side, it's little less. Then if you go to the east, it's useless. Like that. I said, let's go to the north. Northeast, as far as we can go. Because the goddess has to be Dakshinamurti. She has to be on the north side, to be on her eyes on the south. That's the reason she has to be. We could not be in Scotland, that would have been too much for you. But that would have been the ideal for all of us. Because then our drishti is towards, our vision is towards the south, and we see the whole universe under our own beautiful visions. So that's how spontaneously we found this place. And sab log were yes, no, no, yes. But spontaneously we got it. And then we found out it has a history. Then we found out its beautiful vibrations. Then we found out the potential about it. Whatever you get spontaneously, it is full of potentials. On this point, I have to say a few words. It's important. Can I have my handkerchief, please? I have to get few points I have to say about, thank you, about spontaneity part, which is quite interesting, the way people think spontaneity works. Like, it's mostly ego part which says this is spontaneous, with so many people. Especially the very old Sahajis think they are authorities on spontaneity. Like we had a land in Paitana. So one of the older one went there and he said, this land is vibrating and this is not vibrating. So everybody accepted, all right. Then they said, in this part of the land, nobody should eat their food. From where does this knowledge come? When eating food is not a sin, is it? As if it is a sin that you are eating food in there. Then religiously they follow A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Z and again A, B, C, D. Of Sahaja Yoga to such an extent that I start thinking now they have become another fanatic Sahajis. Fanaticism is against Sahaja Yoga, absolutely. Now they'll ask, how many times we should say this mantra? Then I say 0 times. How many drops we should put the ghee in our nose? Then I say a full jug. Then, oh, I should not have gone from the left side. I should have gone from the right side. Then I would say you just jump up. You have to be like children. But the ideas are so settled down in Sahaja Yoga now. It's so many years, of course. But they should not settle down. If they settle down, it's not Sahaj. It's not spontaneous. If you do this way, then it is wrong. That way, it is wrong. Nothing of the kind. Nothing is wrong for you people. If you do anything wrong, your vibrations will be lost, finished. What is there to be so cautious? Like somebody said, I don't want to look at the cigarette. I said, why? Well, looking at it also is sinful. I said, looking at it, what happens? Then I feel like smoking. So I said, better smoke once for all. Or I cannot hold a wine bottle in my hand. Why? No, holding the wine bottle is sinful. I mean, you can swim in the wine. So this kind of understanding should be there. Though I have always said that if I say one thing, you will cling on to it. So I always say the other side of it. That don't stick on to something. Sahaja Yoga is not for sticking on to something. Like somebody who had learned certain, say, lessons about Sahaja Yoga in the beginning of it, certain mantras they had learned, and still they are sticking on to the same step. No. You have to go ahead. This is just a staircase. Don't get stuck at a point. We have had so many such cases hearing. People get really outworn, as they say. They'll go on telling you so many nonsensical ideas. You see, if you do like this, then this happens. First of all, you don't give ideas to others. That's one thing. If you decide that we don't give ideas about what's wrong with another person, half of your job is done. Because you don't have to do any job as I don't do.
Let's sit for one more minute together. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for making it possible for us to be together today. Now let us celebrate you and praise you and enjoy a few more moments of being together at your feet. We now sing your praise as Arti.
सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना जय निर्मल माता जी जय निर्मल माता जी दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना जय निर्मल माता जी जय निर्मल माता जी दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना जग में संकट कारण कितने लिए अवतार माँ कितने लिए अवतार, विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको, माँ सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, लौट के ना जाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियारा, माँ कर दिया उजियारा। कलियुग में माया है, कलियुग में माया है, फिर भी पहचाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर, दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो यस की जो सेवा, हो यस की जो सेवा, हमसे करा देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना।
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
Together we can raise our Kundalini, give Bandhan, and in our hearts offer our immense gratitude to our Holy Mother. Jai Shri Mataji, a short prayer. May we imbibe a subtle message in your talks to us. May we always please you by being like children, being spontaneous, only paying attention to the good intentions of other yogis, and as they ignore our failings, let us ignore the failings of our brothers and sisters. We bow to you again and again as one family, each of us with a role to play. Thank you again and again, Shri Mataji, for this opportunity to be together. Thank you, Shri Mataji.
Thank you, Sri Mataji, for bringing the wonderful sun, the divine instrument today, to lead the meditation and to share his beautiful experience with you, Sri Mataji. Mataji, we pray for all the yogis around the world to be one big family, Sri Mataji, to be united as one big family. And we seek your blessing, Sri Mataji, for it to happen. And we thank all our brothers and sisters who have joined us today. We will continue to have this session every Tuesday, same time, and hopefully all of you can support and be connected with one another. Thank you again, Brother Mark and Sister Linda, for this beautiful meditation session. And may you be blessed abundantly. Thank you, Pastor Barney, for the IP support. And for those who'd like to continue to be in meditation, we'll play some music so that we can enjoy the beautiful vibrations together. Jai Shri Mataji, everyone.